It is about greed, not need. They know what you need, but if your need does not give them money in the pockets. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy DoubleXP coming to you live and direct, and I need to get some stuff off my chest. I really do. So today I was in a watch party and there was some conversations and I'm like, man, I can really go down the rabbit hole with this. So we know COD is a really big thing, and we know competitive COD is a really big thing. And we are really frustrated with competitive COD from everything. The maps, the GAs, the challengers scene. It's all just going right down the tubes. But let me just say this. COD is a business by Activision. Activision is up top, and then you have COD. Activision Blizzard is on top, and you have World of Warcraft, and then you have Overwatch and other things, right? They all fall in. In order to fix the system, you have to fix what's up top. No more band-aids. People complain about the maps and the game and everything. Don't fucking buy the game. I didn't buy the game. I have Game Pass. I support Xbox. Fix the hackers. I don't think that's the first thing you do. You have to fix the leadership. You fix leadership. The general manager of COD, obviously Daniel Say, the manager of Call of Duty League. You fix those two. You get rid of them. Why? Because you need a whole new mindset that really knows the purpose of competitive COD. Competitive COD is a marketing program designed to sell more games. That's all it's for. All esports are designed to sell more games and to monetize the esports system to make extra revenue based upon that. That's all it is. It is a well thought out, laid out competitive marketing system, because they wouldn't do it if they couldn't make money from it. And trust me, I know people say they take losses. They are making money off of. So those are the first two things you have to do. You have to fix those two people. That's leadership. By putting a whole new mindset in there, the two new leaders talk to each other. The commissioner of the Call of Duty League talks to the guy who runs the whole Call of Duty project and the studios and everything. He's the head guy. He's the producer manager of everything.
You son of a bitch.
When those two talk to each other, the commissioner says, I need XYZ supported of my Call of Duty League. I need this. I need maps developed a certain way. I need weapons a certain way. He takes that and he goes to his dev studios and says, the next Call of Duty we're going to make, it needs to focus on XYZ to deliver the product they need. Because the competitive community is, spicy. You don't want to lose the competitive community. And so by doing that, it forces the Call of Duty product to be made with competitive in mind first. Pubs like me will play the map regardless, but you make it competitive. So your pros and your esports league can sustain yumminess, and the hype that they say for the game is real hype. However they do it, make new maps, bring in old maps, reskin them, do whatever. You build it competitive. And in order to build competitive, you got to solicit the support and volunteerism of the pro players. Past, present, the scumps, the crims, the clays, the formals, the karmas. Hell, you got Nameless. He'll go freaking test the map. You got Study. He'll go test the map. You got people. Test the map. So you test these maps before they even get released, while they're being developed, so they can be tweaked and tweaked and tweaked. Sandbox environment, whatever you want. You have them alpha test. Maybe all 48 pros and the coaches or whatever alpha test it. Say, this is a good product. Hey, we like this so far. You're moving in the right direction. So by the time they get the game in the beta and everything else, it is comp friendly. They're already hyped to see what it looks like, and they're ready to play it. They're ready. And you have more than 6 maps. You might have 20 maps. And the hardest part about choosing the maps is choosing the maps. You might be able to have 5 maps for S&D, 5 maps for Hardpoint, 5 maps for Control. You have so many maps that work on every single mode, because it appears they only make some maps for some modes, some maps for others. And they shouldn't do that. Every map you make should work for Hardpoint, S&D, and Control. All of them. All of them should be viable. They shouldn't be like, that's doo-doo. Now, let's talk about the gameplay, because we talked about how esports and CDL and Call of Duty has to work with each other as a full product. Well, actually, we didn't even get over that yet. The CDL then has to totally refocus how the system works. And you got to work from the bottom up. So the feeder system, the challenger system, how do we make this viable? How do we make this beneficial? How do we create this a team environment and structure that's stable and not everybody's leaving every other week for another team and causes chaos or whatever? And not only that is, how do the challengers teams know they're fighting for something for a chance to get on the main stage. So that's one. They need to know that. There needs to be expansion in the CDL. 16 pro teams. I agree. 16 pro teams. Franchise, partnered, whatever. 6-team name brand teams. They're always there. They're everything you see is supposed to be there. But you create a competitive system for challengers and pros. You create that open system that may allow another 8 teams in from challengers or 16 teams in. And then you have a 32-team league. And God knows what will happen in a 32-team league. If the CDL and the product of Call of Duty work together closely, maybe we only need one COD every 2 years. You give a DLC pack the next year, but the game never changes. The format never changes. The mechanics don't change. Nothing changes. It is always the same thing for 2 years. That gives stability. That gives a great way to turn around and have a longer league where you can do these things and allow the progression for challengers to come in or open team formats because the game is always the same. You'll have more LAN events. I mean, technically you could license the IP and have other, I don't want to say mom and pop, but smaller organizations host official Call of Duty LANs like it used to be. The grassroots. Go to the GameStop and GameStop hosts a 8-person LAN event, a 2-team LAN event or whatever they want to do, but it's official and those points count or however they want to do it counts. So once you do that, then you'll have a great competitive system. What about the casuals, the dads like me that come in and while we know we're not going to be pro, we're going to come in and we are going to play as competitive as possible, whether it's ranked or like me, casual, playing the pubs, but like really want to shit on them. How do we do that? With a game that lasts for 2 years, you're then able to turn around and create an effective anti-cheat system for PC. Because frankly, in my opinion, hot take right here, all this shit should be on Xbox, on Microsoft. I own Activision now. You want a pro league? It goes on my system, Xbox, period. Everybody, challenger, everybody. I mean, you're going to make money off of it somehow. You might as well, right? You got to recoup that $69 billion you just spent. And that's just the easiest way. Xbox, consoles anywhere, can only cross-play between consoles, or you could select PlayStation only or Xbox only, and they can never cross-play with PC. So if PC players want to play and they want to cheat against each other, fine, keep it in that realm. It's kind of like having Call of Duty Mobile on your phone, and they do not put you in lobbies that have Call of Duty Mobile through an emulator on PC. PC emulated games like PUBG Mobile and Call of Duty Mobile, they stay on emulated PC servers. You never see them. I don't want to see them. So that reduces the burden of an anti-cheat. It reduces the burden. You don't have to invest so much in the anti-cheat, and your anti-cheat is going to work a lot better because you've taken all the risk mitigation steps, cut out the fat. Easiest way. And matter of fact, what I would do too is I wouldn't have it on Steam, battle.net. And when you download Call of Duty on battle.net, you automatically put the anti-cheat software on your system. It's automatically. I know you say an L. I know you say Xbox only is an L. Business-wise, it's not. Are we worried about players and controllers? Adapt and overcome. You're a professional. I can't give you everything. I can only give you most of things. You, as a pro player, as a casual player, you are going to have to make concessions. You don't want to deal with freaking cheaters? I have to take something to give you something. Something will be sacrificed. We cannot, in the esports industry, have our cake and eat it too. We just can't. We could try. We could try to give it to you, but we'll probably fail the expectations. And we all know how the Call of Duty community is with expectation. Like, damn, everything works symbiotically. But the only thing that can honestly change how the ecosystem works is leadership, because the same people that have been there with the same mindset still are failing the competitive league. Maybe you don't have to put it on Xbox. Maybe you keep it on PC. Maybe you do this because the leadership, new leadership, will know the community, the player base. They know the emotions because they are the player base. They are those people. They know what needs to be done, and they as leaders have to just focus on how to balance it. And it could be trial and error. But at least they're trying. No more Band-Aids. No more like lick and stick. I would even try and bring back game battles. So game battles 2.0. And maybe that's the only way you do the challenger scene. For the most part, I agree. If it wasn't broke, don't fix it. Go back to the old ways. The old ways have to evolve too. You adapt with everything. You tweak little things here and there, and you go with that. So my biggest thing, honestly, is you change leadership. And that's what I wanted to rant about. You can ask for all the fixes in the world. If your leaders don't care, nothing gets fixed. Leadership, corporate, general managers, senior vice presidents, whoever's in charge of the product and subsequent products, that's what you change. It is about greed not need. They know what you need, but if your need does not give them money in the pockets, then they don't care. Because I guarantee you, the reason why they don't fix shit is because they don't want to invest in shit. Because if you invest in shit, no one's getting the fat profit sharing bonus paycheck that I know certain corporate level individuals get. They get it.